We've been talking a lot lately about the external glow up, but what about the internal? I could argue that that's even more important. Routines, your habits, your environment, your clothes. But what about the internal? None of the work that we're doing externally is going to matter if we're not also doing the work internally. That girl energy doesn't just focus on what she looks like, who she's becoming. It's not all about the external, it's how she thinks, feels, responds, and speaks to herself. And lately, I've been noticing the more I shift internally, the better I feel externally. Three internal shifts that you can make to become that girl. These shifts are going to keep you growing and glowing. Looking like that girl, that's one thing, but feeling like that girl, that's a whole other energy. Let's get into it. If you're new here, I'm Paris. Welcome back to my channel. We're all about personal development, glowing up, and becoming that girl. Habit one, don't tie your worth to being chosen. There have definitely been moments where I've been waiting to be chosen by the guy, the promotion, or the friend group. And I really thought when that does happen, I'm going to feel like I've made it. I'm going to feel like I have everything figured out, everything put together. I'm going to feel like that girl. Boy, was I wrong. At the time, being chosen felt like the bar that I set for my self-worth. But the moment that I realized that I didn't need anyone to choose me, I could choose myself, I got a huge boost to my confidence. I started validating myself more, and choosing me felt like a power move, not pressure. The second I stopped auditioning, I had the biggest shifts. Have you ever caught yourself waiting to be chosen by the friend, the guy, the job, whatever it is? You're waiting to be chosen. Maybe you think to yourself, maybe if I just prove that I am good enough, they'll finally choose me. And I'll have everything that I've ever wanted when they finally choose me. It doesn't matter whether it's the guy, the friend, or the job. I've been there. Waiting to be chosen is not a good feeling. You're putting your happiness in the hands of someone who you don't even know will choose you. You don't know if it's in alignment for you. And you also don't know if really until you are chosen or you do have those things that you want, you don't even know if that's what you truly want because the grass is not always greener on the other side. The shift that I want you to make, stop asking yourself, am I good enough for them? And I want you to ask, are they good enough for me? Are they in alignment with that girl that I want to be? Are they in alignment with that girl that I'm stepping into? Are they in alignment with the lifestyle that I want to live and the lifestyle that I want to create? You're not competing for a seat anymore. No one's asking you what you bring to the table. You're building the table. You do not chase, you attract and you align. Habit two. We're going to practice emotional discipline, not emotional detachment. There have been so many moments where I felt triggered, I felt reactive, I wanted to let someone have it. It's mainly when someone's being rude or ignorant, and I'm just so unbelievably frustrated with why are they speaking to me in a way that I wouldn't speak to them. But when you choose to pause instead of react, you feel like you're in control, not only of your emotions, but of the narrative or of the conversation, essentially. Just breathe. You'll be so surprised. It is wild at how fast the emotions move through you. The emotion came, it went. I stayed in control. And when and if I choose to respond, I respond from a place of grace and a place of power, not wounded. The era of the girls who are unbothered and nonchalant and they don't care. It's cute and all, but I'd rather be emotionally mastered and emotionally in control and emotionally in check. I've really leaned into pausing before being reactive. Yes, we're going to feel emotions, but that doesn't mean that we have to let them control us and let them run us and let something so small ruin our entire day. I want you to sit with your feelings. I want you to process your feelings, but I do not want you to let them drive you to be triggered, to be mad, to be reactive, all of those things. And stop saying you're unbothered when you are bothered. That girl energy is feeling that your peace is more important than proving a point. That girl energy is not matching energy, it's leading with your energy. You're setting the tone. What's one trigger that you're no longer going to let have control over your peace? Habit three, rewrite your inner dialogue in real time. I am my biggest and harshest and toughest critic. Anytime I would not get something right, I would say to myself, you are so stupid. Why can't you have this figured out? Sometimes you don't realize how much that inner voice, your inner critic, that voice within yourself really affects you. Once I learned the power of my words, how they shape how I feel, how they manifest, how I speak anything into existence, I stopped speaking to myself like that. You deserve more than that. Now I reframe it and I say, I'm learning, I'm growing, and it's okay. That small shift gave me not only so much confidence, but self-trust within myself. I know I've spoke a lot about affirmations and they are my favorite thing. It is so important to not speak negatively about yourself. And when you do catch yourself doing it, stop yourself. Change that pattern. That girl energy is me versus me. It's you versus you. And the only person that you're competing with is yourself. Do you ever have that little voice in your head that is being jealous of someone, that's being envious of someone, that is that little voice in your head that says, oh, I'm behind, or if only I could do it like this, or I could be better if I did this. I'm not doing enough. And it hits you hard. It makes you think, and you start to wonder, is this true? It's not. You just have to stop the pattern of negative self talk, negative and limiting beliefs. They're not helping you. They're not in alignment with where you're going, and they are not going to help you embody the energy of being that girl. The way you speak to yourself is the way that you're going to allow others to speak to you. The behavior that you tolerate for yourself is the behavior that you're going to let others have with you. You're going to build trust, self love, and confidence within yourself when you are using positive self talk and trying as much as you possibly can to reframe those limiting thoughts, those negative thoughts, with a more positive one. What's one thought, negative or limiting, whatever it is, that you're going to rewrite today for yourself? So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Let me know if you want to focus more on internal habits to shift to become that girl or external habits to shift to become that girl. The best part about becoming that girl is you're going to make so many shifts that you are going to know that you have done those. All of the shifts that you make aren't always going to be visible for everyone else to see. They're not always going to be loud. They're not always going to be obvious, but you'll know. You'll know the work that you've done to become that girl and to feel so good about yourself. If this spoke to you or if this was helpful, leave a comment. Let me know. I hope that you subscribe and you hang out. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.